Don, what if I told you your biggest security risk isn't what you know, it's what you haven't found yet?
Wow. And in 2026, attackers aren't guessing anymore. They're scanning, probing, and exploiting automatically.
Yep, that's true. And in today's episode is a big one for us here at VanRein because we are launching something brand new and exciting at VanRein Compliance: penetration testing and vulnerability scanning.
Woohoo! This is a
Confetti cannons.
this is a major step for VRC and for our clients. We get asked about it all the time. I need it. Who can do it? Yeah,
Yep.
it's amazing.
And what we've seen in the industry is a lot of people have come and gone within the pen testing arena. And this is a big gaping hole for our clients' compliance programs. And it will become a requirement because HIPAA does happen, as your shirt says, which I love that. And we're going to be able to talk today about how we're going to weave in penetration testing into your HIPAA, your SOC, or your ISO programs. So let's set the stage, shall we, Dawn?
Let's do it.
Welcome to the VanRein Compliance Podcast with Rob and Dawn. We help growing teams reduce risks, build trust, and stay audit ready without the overwhelm.
Most organizations we work with, they're secure because they've passed our HIPAA audits, or they're working towards a SOC 2 or ISO and have passed those audits, or even high trust. We've done that. They've got the policies in place. They got the procedures in place. But the truth really is this.
Wait for it. Drum roll.
Compliance does not equal security.
That is key right there.
Yep. It exactly is. And compliance tells you what you should be happening, but this new service is about validating what's actually happening and what you're inputting and implementing.
Yep. And remember, attackers don't care about your policies. They care about your open doors, how to get in, back doors, front doors, whatever. They just want to, they just care about getting in.
Yep. The side doors, something like that.
Side doors, yes.
How are they gonna come in the side door and disrupt
your basement, your attic? I mean, we could really get,
And how are they going to delete your data?
Yes.
Ransomware is old. It's about deleting. Go back to the Striker breach a few weeks ago. They deleted the data. There's no ransom. We're just going to destroy the company. That's what they did. But we're going to simplify this because what we've seen in the industry is good vulnerability scans, good penetration tests, but nothing there for the long term. Nothing there to continually test the environment to ensure that it is secure and to ensure that it's properly reported, because you will be held accountable as clients or anybody that's in the compliance space. So our vulnerability scanning equals that continuous monitoring, where we are going to automate vulnerability scans, right? And you're going to automate penetration tests to a point, but you still have to have that auditor that is certified and compliant, which we have here. Do those monthly. Minimum monthly scans, vulnerability scans, and then annual penetration tests. Or if you have a significant change in your environment, you must do a penetration test earlier than that. And the key there is finds the known weaknesses. We have to find the weaknesses within the environment.
Yep. And then the penetration testing equals real world attack simulation. And this is manual and automated. And this is basically ethical hacking, trying to get into your network.
Yeah, we have an ethical hacker in Benny Cleveland in our team. He's a certified ethical hacker. He may be unethical, but we don't say that. That's his night job. The day job is good. No, we're excited because Benny on our team is a certified ethical hacker. He's also a certified forensic professional. So after a breach or after that incident, he can come in and we can put the pieces together, because you're gonna need, as an investigator, right, at a crime scene, you're gonna have to put that together, and you're gonna have to be able to help not only insurance companies, but more importantly, your clients understand what happened, but then also your team, what are the steps we need to take. So it's a manual plus automated, and focusing on ethical hacking to see who can break in and how we can break.
And the key is proactive.
Yes.
Because too many people wait, don't do it, and then it's all about being reactive. So we all know how about being reactive. Oh my gosh, I got to hurry up and scramble and do this. If we're proactive and we do your annual pen testing, we do your monthly scanning, you're going to find all these holes and these gaps, and you're going to be able to continually work on them and not just be surprised one day that someone got in the back door. So it's all about being proactive, and that's really what our new services are at VanRein. And we've always been this way. We've always been, let's create these policies, let's create all this just in case something happens. So we've always focused that way, but this is now really like, this is just an addition to being proactive. This is another other proactive services that we can provide to our customers. And yes, Rob was right. HIPAA, it's going to be required. Beginning this year, it's going to be required. It's not just for our SOC and ISO customers. It's going to be a requirement.
It's also required in the security questionnaires that you're going to get from your clients. If you have mid-tier to larger clients, like if you work with Christus Health, or you work with, anybody that is that large, or a Blues Association, or any of those, they're going to want that penetration testing. I'm even seeing it down to some of the mid-tier clients. Maybe they have 30, 40, 50 people on their team, but they have quite a bit of exposure. They're going to want to see that report, and they want to see a third party that does that. And being able to put penetration and vulnerability scanning right alongside HIPAA, SOC, ISO, high trust, NIST, it just complements it so well. Plus, our clients will be able to receive that full VanRein white glove concierge service that you've come to expect from us. And it's all together under one umbrella. That's what we're really, really excited about. Yeah. Within the HIPAA's landscape, Don did mention it's going to be required next month, May. We expect the final law to be released, and penetration testing and vol scanning is going to be in there. But it supports that risk analysis and that audit we do. It also identifies real vulnerabilities in your environment, right? What doors are locked? What doors are unlocked that we need to take care of? And then SOC, Don, you handle all the SOC and ISO. Why don't you kind of talk about the value of pen testing there?
Yeah, I mean, it's a requirement. It strengthens your controls around monitoring and access, SOC 2. And ISO, it aligns directly with your operations security requirements, your security management system. So it is definitely something that your external auditor, the ones that we utilize, will look for.
Yeah.
Yep.
And it moves from that, like you've said this before, the paper compliance to proven security. Yay, we have paper. Yay, we have great documents. Yay, we have all this. We have putting things put together, but are you actually doing it right?
Yep.
There's a saying, and then there's the doing. So as we kind of move forward here, it's like I wanted to kind of also talk about why we did this. We know we wanted to expand services to our existing clients. And we know our clients have continued to ask about penetration testing or vol scanning. But transparent, we're getting this thing going. We've already have multiple engagements that are moving forward. We know how to do it. We have Benny as the certified ethical hacker and tester. So we trust him and what he's doing, and how we're going to frame it. And we're going to frame it exactly how we produce at VanRein, with detailed audits, the detailed action plan and report, remediation plan. Kind of goes back to email phishing about 2-3 years ago. People said, hey, do you have email phishing? No, we're going to build it. So we built email phishing. So now this is just another tool in our compliance bag that gives you what you need as a penetration testing and vulnerability scanning. And it's entirely intentional what we're doing.
Yep. And we're seeing the same gaps with clients, it's the same question. We ask, with HIPAA compliance, we ask it all the time. Is it a requirement? No, but we ask it. It's important. Do you have penetration testing? Do you do vulnerability scanning? Some clients have an IT provider. Oh yeah, we do a little bit light, like a vuln scan light, something like that. And that's fine. It's better than nothing. But we definitely ask about it, and it is important. And clients need to understand what gaps they have. So that you're compliant, sure, if you've attested to a lot of the items under a SOC or ISO or HIPAA. But that's the thing, is without a pen test, a vuln scan, without some of these other items, you don't know if you're actually secure. You can have all the policies and procedures in place. You could have change management down. You could have, I've got an IT person, your data center is secure. You could have all this stuff, but then you realize that your local network, your VPN, whatever, your remote operators are VPNing in. There's holes. It's open. It's open ports. So you don't actually know if you're actually secure. With a policy procedure does not mean you're secure.
A piece of paper won't stop it.
So sorry to tell you that, but
well, this just didn't, Donna, this just didn't For Dawn and I, it just didn't sit right.
Yeah.
We're like, this isn't what we want for our
Mhm.
clients. This is why we built this offering,
Yeah.
and it's already up and running
Yeah.
and out the door, and we're excited for
Yeah.
it.
Well, we saw a need. We had some testers we worked with closely, some friends, some colleagues of ours, and you know what? Sometimes people move on and you know decide to provide other services and do other things. That's awesome. That's great. But we definitely have to fill that gap. So we
Yep.
looked internally and we're like, how can we build this? So that's why we were excited that we figured out how to build it and what we're going to do, and we have a
Yep.
plan, and we're able to launch this
Yeah.
and to provide this. And so we're very excited that we can provide this gap
Yeah.
for our customers, for current customers and new customers.
Yeah.
So
this is this is what it looks like, right? So people are like, well, what does it look like to do a pen test? And we're going to start actually pairing it alongside HIPAA, SOC, ISO, any other frameworks, NIST, right? Because it complements the overall environment. So and the program. So the first step is the monthly vol scans. Is where we've went ahead and built an environment to do the vulnerability scans of the endpoints that our clients provide. Endpoints, webhooks, APIs, whatever, right? Those sites. It's continuously continuously ensuring visibility in the environment with risk scoring and the remediation tracking. That's where Benny comes in, is be able to put all that together and be able to have that report and go from there. And then its next is going to be annual testing. So we're going to do one test that's included. And then what we're going to do is we're also going to do a free retest within the first 30 to 45 days because we find a lot of those items, and then items need to get resolved. And then we're going to go and include a free retest. A lot of people don't do the free retest. I think it's important because just like we do with our remediation reports and we put into VRC1, clients within that 30 to 40 days, they're going to work hard to resolve as much remediation as they can. Same with penetration tests. You need to see those gaps. You need to get those done, close those doors, secure the environment, and then we're going to come in there and test, and we're going to include it, right? Now, 5 months later, you do a major upgrade or something, that's going to be a different scope. That'd be a different SAL. But we want to include it up front so that we have those simulated attacks, that real validation, and that executive reporting.
Yep. Yeah, and it's and the key, it integrates directly into your existing program. You know, whichever, if it's HIPAA, SOC 2, ISO, high trust, NIST, AI governance, you know, whatever it is that you are, whatever compliance program or programs that you have with us, we're just going to integrate it right into there, and you know, different pricing models and that type of thing. Obviously, it's dependent on your endpoints, your targets, if you will, different ways to say it. But so we've got a great, you know, scoping document that we'll get from you if you're interested. We'll send the scoping document to you, then we'll get you some pricing and timeframes on when we can do it. We realize that there's a lot of our customers that are 24/7. So obviously, basically finding out the right timing.
Yes.
So we will ask you, is Sundays your slow day? Tuesday's your slow day? I know a lot of you have different days. That's very specific. We will ask you that because that's important. Other customers, they just want to test their sandbox.
Yes.
Perfectly fine. That's great. They have their sandbox is a complete replica of their live environment. That's perfectly fine too. But we'll get that scoping, so we're making sure that we're doing exactly, you know, we've got understanding of what we're doing. But yeah, it integrates directly with what you have with us, and yeah, we're really excited to be able to offer it. So we don't have to be searching out who can do this and coordination and all that stuff. So it's all going to be under one roof.
Yeah, we're already looking. It's probably going to save about 40% of time between audit and between a compliance audit and a penetration test. And that 40% of time is coordination, is getting the tester on a line, on a call, right? Or on the Google Meet or the VRC1 Meet, whatever Meet. Putting that together, reviewing all of the endpoints, all the APIs, all the webhooks and all that. We're going to have all that information internally. You know, we've got ML on the team that's already putting that together. She's already in the environments, Benny on the team. So it's just a one-stop shop to make it a better experience for our clients. And what we want our clients to do, and soon to be clients, is it's time to change the conversation that you're having with your clients. It's not about, yes, we audit with VanRein. Yes, we're compliant. Yes, we're done. Yes, we're good. It's really about changing that and saying we are actively testing our environment. We are being proactive and not reactive. We love to be reactive here. I don't know why. America loves to be reactive. We're the best at reactive. But we know through like a lot of the ISO frameworks, you need to be proactive, SOC to a point. Even with HIPAA, it was built to be proactive. That's why we do the audits. So we want you to get from being reactive to being proactive and saying, you know what, we are actively testing the environment and getting things dialed in so that you as a client and soon to be client have a stronger security posture, right? You have better audit outcomes and increased credibility so that you can close more deals, keep your revenue going, and be able to help other people knowing that you have the best security in the industry.
Yep, exactly.
So here's a few of the takeaways, Dawn, as we kind of wrap things up. Is, yeah, it's new for us. It's new for VanRein, but we know we have the best in the industry with the framework, the people, and the process of VRC1. That's exactly why we're going to market with this.
Yep, and exactly what our clients need too. They need to have the option. You know, you don't need to call. Who do you use? Nope, we can do it here. So yeah, so we can stop that. You know, so stop the scrambling going on.
Only scramble the eggs.
Yes, only the eggs.
Compliance. And it gets you going. It gets you going. And we can all, you know, when we do a kickoff or we're coming into an audit, you can say, hey, great, we're going to audit for 30 to 40 days, do your policies, your procedures, your training, and then we're going to plan the pen test. We're just going to get it done. It's planned, it's on the calendar, and we're going to move forward, and you're going to be able to take that guesswork out of everything you're doing.
Yep. No more guessing. You're testing your environment. You know exactly what's going on with it. So you're not guessing. You're not guessing. Well, are we doing this right? Is this right? Is this good? Nope. We're testing it. So you'll know. You'll know what your vulnerabilities are. Yep.
And since we're launching, obviously, a new service here, we got to have a t-shirt with it or some merch because that's kind of fun. As Dawn is showing, she has the HIPAA happens because it does happen t-shirt on today. And you know what? If you go ahead and email us at hello@, VanReinCompliance.com and you mention that, hey, Rob and Don said I need a free t-shirt, we're going to send you a free t-shirt. We're going to send you a coupon code. You can go shopping yourself and give you a free t-shirt because we thank all of our great listeners and our great clients. And we only grow because you're here. So if you like and subscribe, and the more you do that, the better the VanRein Compliance podcast can grow and reach more people how to protect their legacies and their environments.
Absolutely. Yeah. All right.
Well, thank you all. I hope you guys enjoyed the podcast. I think that's a good one, Dawn.
It is.
All righty. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.